What's up, YouTube? Back again for another album review. Today I'll be reviewing an album that was absolutely massive in its time, and you know, it broke this band out to be one of the absolute biggest bands of all time. And if you can see that, you obviously know we're talking about Def Leppard's Pyromania. Released in 1983, this album, I believe it sold over 10 million copies. It was certified diamond. I mean, this album is just massive. So, I mean, you know, everybody knows this album, and some of the songs on here are just, you know, absolute classics. So, like I said, this album broke Def Leppard into the mainstream and made them just a huge band in the mid to late 80s. I mean, this album is just awesome. It's overplayed, a lot of it, but it still does not take away from how good it is. So, Pyromania is a great album. It's got some of their best songs on it. I don't know if it's my favorite from them or not, but because I'm not really familiar with enough of their discography, but it's certainly up there. So, I'll go ahead and get into the track listing here. First song listed on the back. Let's see here, Rock Rock Till You Drop. That song is great, a great opener. It's a really recognizable song from its album. Really, really catchy, just great up-tempo opener song. I love it. Really, really good. One of my favorites on the album for sure. Next song, Photograph. This is obviously one of their probably 5 biggest hits. Everybody knows this song. Photograph's awesome. Overplayed some, sure, but it's still a great song. I mean, it just is. It is a great song. It's really catchy. It's just, everybody knows it. It's just so recognizable. Photograph's great. Next song, Stage Fright. This is another great song. This is one of my favorites on this album. Very underrated song. It's very, very good. I could definitely consider it one of the best on the album. It's very, you know, like I mentioned, underrated because it, you know, doesn't get as much mentioned as some of the other songs on here. But Stage Fright's great. Next song, Too Late for Love. Everybody knows this song. So recognizable. I mean, you've just heard these songs thousands of times on the radio. I mean, this is just, you know, self-explanatory stuff. So Too Late for Love's great, obviously. Recognizable song. Next song is, let me see here, Die Hard, The Hunter, I believe. Yeah, that song's okay. It's one of my least favorites on the album. It's still not a bad song. You know, it's not bad, but it doesn't stand a chance, really, compared to some other songs on here. So that song's okay. Then side 2 kicks off with Foolin', and this is another highly recognizable song. Foolin' is a great song. It's one of my favorites by them. It's very recognizable and, you know, overplayed some, but I still think it's a great, you know, it's one of my favorites. I think it's definitely better than some of the other ones on here. I mean, I think I like that better than some of the other recognizable songs on this album, so Foolin's great. Everybody knows that song. Next song is Rock of Ages. Again, everybody knows this song. This Rock of Ages is just an iconic title of a song. Iconic song. Everybody knows it. You know, the intro with, you know, the kind of different lyrics spouted out there at the beginning. I mean, everybody knows that. Rick Allen did that, but yeah, this song's great. Rock of Ages is awesome. Everybody knows it. It's so recognizable. Everybody knows it as soon as it starts playing. It's a great song. And if you haven't heard that, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, Rock of Ages is great. Then we have Action Not Words. I think that's a really good song, actually. It's actually, you know, pretty underrated on this album, like some of the other songs on here. But Action Not Words, I think it's really good. It's got some really good moments in it, and I think it's, you know, one of the better ones on this album that doesn't get talked about as much. So Action Not Words, I like it a lot. Next song, Coming Under Fire. This is another very solid song. This album is very consistent. I mean, this is a very solid song. Again, just a really good one, I think. Doesn't get talked about as much, but it's still a really solid song. I like it, so nothing remotely to criticize it about. Then the last song listed here is Billy's Got a Gun, and that song's okay. It's probably my least favorite on the album, or one of my top 2 least favorite on the albums, but it's still not bad. Not great or special necessarily, but it's still not a bad song at all, so not too bad. So yeah, that's the songs on Pyromania. This album's great. It's been sold like 10 million times over, literally. I mean, this is a great album, recognizable as, you know, anything, and it's, you know, obviously broke Def Leppard into the mainstream and made them one of the absolute biggest bands of all time. So as far as my rating goes, I'd probably give it about an 8.5 out of 10, possibly a 9, at least 8.5 I would say, because it's so good and consistent, and, you know, got some of the best songs on it. So Pyromania is great. So yeah, that was my review of Def Leppard's Pyromania, their breakthrough album. Thank you all for watching, and more album reviews will be up in the future. Thanks for watching.